My mind is really starting to play tricks on me. I don't know if it's because I haven't eaten yet today. There was a 10 hits of acid I did before coming out here, but ah! Bah! Wah! All right, we're on another episode of the Witching Hour. This one's going to be a tad bit different because I'm actually practicing for a tournament out on a river out in Green Bay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to still keep the running clock. It's noon. Well, it's just about noon right now. I'm still going to keep the running clock, and I'm going to kind of go through how I practice for tournaments. Especially being a shallow water angler, I never really put my depth finders on, so I attack water a little differently than most people would in a practice situation, because I'm obviously not staring at my graphs the whole time. So what I'm going to be doing is I actually run all the way up to the other dam. I mean, obviously this is a smaller river, and I just work my way down, and I'm not afraid to be sticking fish, because I don't care what people tell you. There's not a possible way to tell how big a fish is based on how it bites. I mean, I've had fish blow up on frogs that I assumed were 6-pounders, and they're not even legal fish. So what I do is I actually do set the hook. Tournament's in like 4 days. I mean, the odds of you actually catching the same fish is like pretty much zero. So I'm not gonna wear the fish out. I'm not just gonna go set the hook and go crazy, but I wanna catch at least 2 fish per spot to make sure there's a decent amount of fish there. And normally what I do is wherever I catch my biggest fish in practice, that's right where I start the tournament. It's a dumbed down version, but it seems to work for me, so that's what I'm gonna keep doing. Today I got on, basically I start every single tournament practice almost the exact same way. I have a black and blue swimming jig, I have a pit boss or a jig, I have a frog. If I'm fishing weeded areas or more grass oriented, I opt for a Senko on a spinning rod, and if it's river system, not a whole lot of grass, I usually use a tube. And if there's sparse grass, I just hook the tube stupid style. I mainly hook it stupid style for the most part anyway. So yeah, we're gonna get going, get to the first spot and run the cameras. All right, we're up at the first spot. Quite a bit windier than I thought. So I'm gonna spend a little bit of time up here, hopefully catch a couple in this little oxbow. I've caught them back here in the past, just to see if they're here. I don't really fish this much after about April, so we'll see how it goes. This is not gonna be a day where I'm gonna be tubing a whole lot, I don't think. See that cast? Right up in the trees with this stupid tube, and it's not gonna get hung up. I even hook it on casting gear midsummer and just kind of fling it up into the trees, and it's legit. See how you rigged that right there? It's a tube jig. And again, this is just practice, so if I'm fishing a tournament, I'm really taking my time through here. Right now I'm just kind of burning around, casting at what I think looks good. I mean, I'd be flipping all this bank. But like right now, what I want to do is just toss that tube right at like the base of the tree right there. Just because I know that's probably the most likely spot there's going to be a fish rather than, I mean, there's probably fish all throughout it, but just for practice sake, hitting it right in the money areas all the time is just what you got to do. I'm assuming they just sit right up against the bank. Just pin it up against there. There we go. Oh, that's a nice smallie. All right. That is like the color of a sheep's head. Look at that guy. That's a weird looking fish. Let's get a weight on him. At 2.7. 2.7, first fish. Gonna catch one more and then peace out. 2.6, 12.20. Good start. I'll take 2.5 all day. Well, not really. I want a 4. The hell am I just talking about? I'm guessing largemouth just live right in this stuff with the smallies. Can't see why they wouldn't. Oh, it looks so different from the spring. I honestly don't even think I've ever... There he is. All right, that was about, I don't know, 1.5, 2 pounder. Just came right off of where I thought it was. We're just gonna work our way to the next thing and take off, because this is proof of concept is here and they're in here. So that one was jet black. We're up at the new spot. Found some grass, a little less wind. Bank that looks kind of nice. Still sticking with the KD custom swim jig. Just to see, I don't know. I want to try and get some largemouth going too, just to open my options, because smallmouth tend to move on me a little bit. I think I'm banging into the back of a bunch of carp. So I can feel stuff that's alive, but it's not a bite. Yeah, there's carp everywhere. It's not a deterrent though, not for me. If I don't catch one with this cast, there's no fish here. Especially when I'm practicing, I see that outboard right there. A lot of people tend to overlook that when they're dock fishing. That's my first cast pretty much always, because that pontoon boat is constantly going in and out of this, and it blows out a little hole right behind the outboard. So, I mean, it's a very, very slight depth change, but fish love to sit in there, and I catch a lot of fish that kind of get overfished that people don't really realize that's a really solid spot. My mind is really starting to play tricks on me. I don't know if it's because I haven't eaten yet today. There was a 10 hits of acid I did before coming out here, but I don't know, I found it really key to do as much acid as humanly possible in practice. Just so, like, when you're actually sober on tournament day, you fish way better. Plus, you're more apt to make it underneath the dock when it looks like a dragon's mouth. You just skip it right up in there. Dragon mouth pattern. Your brain really runs it. There he is. See, it was the acid. Not a bad one. Whoa, Jesus. See, this is what I was talking about before. Look at how weird that fish looks. That's a odd looking smallmouth. Of course, I was rambling about acid. 2.9. Not the ones you want, but that's a good looking fish. Like 105. Yeah, 105. There's a fish coming here. Or at least it should be a fish. Yeah, grass. There he is. Oh, that's a good one. All right, we got something going here, baby. Got something going here. Yeah. 105. Got another 2.5. I need to find where my big ones are, because this spot's rocking. That's a little lower. 201. There we go. This is it right here. This is the spot we're starting, because they're just loaded on this. All right, 105, I figured out the deal, I think, at least downriver. And you notice how I'm not really worried about sticking these fish, because I mean, I've only caught 2.5. It's not like I really want to make sure that there's the right size here, because if I come here on tournament day and I only catch 2.5s, not gonna win. So I gotta find that little difference in the area where that big one's gonna be. And to me personally, the only way to do that is to just kind of keep fishing your pattern and see if it holds up along this is the only spot I've found in this river that looks like this. It's not much different. It's just a little tiny bit different, but that literally makes whether you're catching them or you're not. I might even start the day with a big spook, big chugging spook. Some top water action. No, Tyler. Fish what you're catching them on. Dunce. All right. Yeah, that'll be a fish right there. Good little guy. There's smallies here. What the hell? Goats up there? There's goats in there. Ah! Yeah! Where are these things? What the? Where am I? Oh my! There's hundreds of this is weird. I didn't know there was a farm over here. Look at all these goats. Bah! I hope this is picking up on my audio. This is hilarious. Bah! Bah! Wah! Wah! I gotta record this on my phone. Now I really hope you guys saw and heard that, because otherwise I got some way too strong of acid. I was talking to some goats that weren't really there. Got 155. Already a caller a day. Saw a bunch of goats. Gotta tell my acid dealer to slow down on the... I don't even know if that's how you buy acid from a dealer. This is gonna be where there's gonna be a big one. Up on this. This is a sheer cliff right here. Not a cliff, but... That'll be it for the day. 157. Got another smallie. This one's barely even legal. Yeah, we'll call it a short. 157. Yeah. All right, so that does it today. About 4 o'clock. I stayed out for a couple more hours, caught 4 more, about same size, 2.5s. Overall, it was a pretty decent day. I was able to get on a nice little pattern up against the riprap. I think that's what I'm gonna be doing all day. Actually, I found a spot right by the launch, so I'm probably just gonna end up starting there. I didn't catch any giants, so the most numbers I caught was one little stretch. So I'm probably gonna throw a big plug, topwater plug on Sunday and give her a go. So thanks a lot for watching. Like and subscribe, please. Check out my Facebook page. It's the Witching Hour Fishing Show on Facebook. Stay tuned for some more episodes. I'll blog about my tournament on Sunday and let you guys know how I did. So that was practicing without a depth finder, 101 kind of. I mean, basically just run around, fish what looks good on the bank. I don't really worry too much about about depth and all that. You just get a feel of it after a while. You just really parallel the bank, make it almost a 90-degree cast, like just straight up along the bank, maybe 5 to 10 inches away from the actual bank. And those fish sometimes will just pin it up against there. So put on a couple moving baits, a couple flipping baits, and go to town. So thanks a lot.